Finally. Technology is working.
It's going live? Okay, I just want to make sure that it actually goes live before I put my all into it. Make sure you're loud.
I got you. I got you.
Okay.
Good timing.
I know.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. We are live from Nocturne Teas in Palm Bay, Florida, and this is episode 1 of Breaking Brews podcast. And here is your host, Michu.
There it is. There it is. All right. Yeah, we got it. We got it going. All right, guys. Perfect. Well, if this couldn't be a better song to start off the podcast with in the background, I'm your host, Michu too, and I'm here with our co-host, Lauren Olivia.
Hey, guys.
So this is episode 1 of our podcast. We're not going to do every single episode live, but we're going to do most of them live. And today I thought, what a better place to start this podcast than here at Nocturne Teas in Palm Bay, Florida. We got a lot of good questions and topics for you guys today. We're going to be talking about what we like about Kava and Kratom, Magic the Gathering popping up in the community, and what, where it started coming from, and kind of just catching up with us in our daily lives. So, So go ahead, Lauren, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I've been coming to Kava bars for about close to 4 years now. I started out at Island Root, and now I go to quite a bit of them, including Nocturne.
Cool. I also got my start at Island Root, Kava bar, downtown Melbourne location in Melbourne, Florida. It's a really great place because I found it when I didn't know I needed it. I wasn't trying to find a crutch. I was just trying to find somewhere to perform and spread my music, kind of introduce myself to the community, and I think that was the best way for me to kind of introduce myself.
Yeah, when I went there, I was looking to meet new people in the community and also looking for friends. Everybody there was super warm and welcoming and very inviting, so it was a great place to start out.
The cool thing for me about Island Root is, 50% of the time, or even more like 65% of the time, when you're there, you can meet the owner. Like, he's always around, and that's just something nice, that an owner is so involved in their business that you get to personally meet them, and it's really great. It feels more personal, and it makes you feel more like your family.
Yeah, the whole Kava community is a very big community, except everybody knows each other really well on a personal level.
Yeah, I feel like the first time I went, or maybe not the first time, like the third time I went after kind of introducing myself, it's like everybody knew my name. Everybody just, they want to know you, which makes it that much better.
Yeah, they genuinely care, for sure.
They care. So the whole reason we started this podcast is I was inspired by another Kava Kratom podcast, Kava and Kettlebells, and I thought, man, why aren't there more of these? Like, I feel like there's so much to talk about in the Kava Kratom community. There's just so much, and one thing, we're not going to just stick to just Kava and Kratom. We're going to kind of bring you in like you're part of our Kava bar, and we can be that family that you guys can reach out to and listen to every single week. We put out 2 videos already, short videos of us touring Kava bars. That's one thing we're going to be doing, is going across the country. Right now we're starting in Florida just because that's where we're at. But we have 2 videos up right now, one of Kava Culture in Winter Springs, Orlando.
Yeah, such a great location.
It's so
good
pretty.
Vibes. Yeah.
It's very, it's not giant, but it's cozy. Like, it,
for sure.
The way they utilize their space very well. And just this past weekend, we went to Tampa Bay. We went to a part of Tampa Bay called St. Petersburg, and we went to the Mad Hatter Kava Bar, which is just a very cool themed Kava bar. And I feel like that's one thing that's popping up a lot lately, is themed Kava bars. Even like Nocturne we're in right now, This is very like a modern Gothic speakeasy type vibe.
Yeah. It's very urban, and I
Very
like
urban,
that.
yeah.
I like how there are different themes.
And they, like I was just saying about Kava culture, is they utilize the space here so well. Like there's tons of furniture in here, but it doesn't feel too full, but it also doesn't seem like it's empty. It's very it's cozy. They got furniture
it's
that
like
fits
a
the
second
theme.
home for us.
I mean, yeah, I'm here all the time. I mean, I know Lauren's here a couple times a week. I'm
yeah,
here
more
all the
than
time.
I should be.
I host on Tuesdays. I host the bingo, and every other Thursday I'm hosting open mic. So it's just, a Kava bar is a place where, sometimes people don't have the best home lives, and they want to have somewhere they can go where they're not stuck at home all the time, but it still feels like you're at home. Like all the good parts. Like I come here and I watch movies and hang out with friends, listen to music, shoot pool. Like
it's really like a second family.
it really is, and I couldn't complain. One thing we're going to be doing is getting involved here with the crowd every time we do a live show. Luckily, we have Max here. He's running the audio and visuals, as well as in the next few weeks we'll have a guy named Fletcher and Haley helping us out with this stuff. But we are going to be checking out some stuff with the crowd and kind of getting that family interaction. All right, and we're back. So, what are you drinking, Lauren? What are you having?
I am drinking my Sunny D.
Yeah, it looks like Sunny D.
I'm just kidding. It's not orange juice. I'm actually drinking the Solar Flare here at Nocturne. It's I'm drinking green kratom, and it's kind of like a champagne tasting tea.
Okay. I am drinking one of my favorites, the sparkling dragon fruit Mitra. You can't go wrong with it. I really like Mitras, and I think they're kind of the top competitor right now for the canned Kratom Kava market.
Yeah, 100%.
Which really does segue into our next round. This is the this or that segment where we kind of compare and contrast what we like and prefer better. And so the first one we have here is, which do we like more, Kava or Kratom?
Yeah, I have to go with Kratom. I've always been a Kratom fan. I've tried Kava before. I've just never stuck with it. And I was in a car accident 2 years ago. Oh, you're okay?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are live.
Yeah.
Not right now. That was Lilith. You will be seeing a lot
she
of
makes
Lilith
the best
on the live
cookies.
show.
She was trying to
She's
give us
the
cookies.
at-home baker.
She's the sweetest. But 2 years ago, I was in a car accident. I decided not to go down the route of taking opioids all the time just because they're highly addictive. So I have about a tea a night, and it really helps. It helps the pain.
I kind of had the
100%.
same thing as well. It really depends on the mood that I'm in, whether I'm preferring Kratom or Kava. Anytime I want to kind of just mellow out and relax and just kind of socially sip at something, I'll have a Kratom drink. But if I'm with a big group of people, it's always nice, especially here, to have a Comet. It just feels more, you feel more connected with everybody around you when you're drinking Kava. I mean, Kava originally really was a ceremonial drink to have with friends and family, very spiritual. I very much like my Mitras. I drink these, or especially here, just their straight up green tea is pretty dang good. You can't go wrong with it. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to be getting some crowd participation out here. So, if there is anybody out there that wants to kind of give their 2 cents in on this, we were talking about which you like more, Kava or Kratom. So if you want to put your 2 cents in, raise your hand. We'll bring the mic up to you. Just a reminder, you're not on camera. It's just your voice. So Max is going to run around with the mic. Zoe? Do you want to give your 2 cents? All right,
Okay.
So go ahead and introduce yourself. What's that? Oh.
Okay.
I mean, you can still...
Alrighty, we're still got a lot of hands up here. We're gonna go ask Johnny.
Oh, Max.
Oh,
Johnny.
yeah, we got
had
Johnny.
Somebody.
Johnny is one of
Really
the
after,
Kava
okay.
tenders and barbacks here at Nocturne Teas.
Big Kava guy.
Now, why? Why do you prefer Kava?
Simple. The vibes.
What's
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny's actually a
Max, there was
bar
somebody
back
over
and
here.
A bartender back here.
Hey,
at
Max,
Nocturne.
we got somebody over here.
Oh, looks like we got another person.
No, right here.
Hey, Max.
Here, can you raise your hand for him?
All right, who do we got?
It kind of makes you calmer. I love weed the most, though. That's what I love. But, Kava's where it's at.
Awesome.
Alrighty, thank you. Appreciate that. Anybody else?
All right. John, how about you, buddy? You want to tell the
This
folks
is Michael. I'd say I prefer Kava over Kratom.
why's that?
I just like the feeling of Kava more simply.
Yeah, you like it better?
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
Kratom's for people 21 and over.
Yeah, that's a fun fact about Kratom is you cannot consume it unless you're over 21 years old. So I shouldn't have asked him, but he was honest, and we appreciate that. Haley, you wanna put your input?
Oh, come on, Haley.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Haley.
Haley's one of the Kava tenders here.
I am in fact a Kava tender here at Nocturne Teas. I prefer Kratom, personally, because I've always been a tea person. I'm from the South through and through. Sweet tea's always been my thing.
Raise
My
hell, eat
boyfriend
cornbread.
frequently makes fun of me for making my Kratom tea too sweet, but you know what? I don't care. I like to make it flavorful.
Hey.
That's my 2 cents.
Woo.
Thank you.
There we go. That was a good answer. That was a good answer.
Max.
All right, and we're back. You know, doing things live, you know, we you go.
Yeah.
This is the first time,
Trial
you
and
know, we're making
error.
it work. But, you know, you got to learn. You got to learn your lessons or whatnot. So pretty much that first question set was if you like Kava or Kratom more.
I'm excited for this next one.
This
I'm
next
like
one,
very passionate
no,
about
I'm
this.
so passionate about this, and I have a feeling that we're going to be polar opposites on this one. So the next one is this or that, Apple Music or Spotify. What you get?
What? Okay, I'm gonna let you guess. What do you think mine is?
I think yours is Spotify.
It is.
It
It is.
is.
I've had Spotify ever since I was probably in like 4th or 5th grade, and it's so decked out. Everything's organized. I have a whole theme. Like, I put I put so much effort into that. There's no
I have
way.
no
And
room
Apple,
to talk.
if you like Apple Music, you're a psychopath. I hope you know that. Like, you're crazy.
Well, get ready because the next psychopath
Yeah, I'm
has an
next
answer.
to a psychopath, I
Yeah,
guess.
she's next to a psychopath right now. Yeah, no, I love Apple Music. I don't know if it's the fact that like literally the first thing I had for music was an iPod Nano, but one of my tattoos, my biggest tattoo actually on me, other than the half sleeve, is the first album I ever downloaded on iTunes. It was the Aerosmith Big Ones album.
Oh, I
Here's the
see.
thing is
It's
I like
nostalgic
Apple
to you.
Music because although you can get accessories that are Spotify compatible, having things like the iPad or the Apple Home Pod or my Apple Watch or my iPhone,
Listen,
all of them connect
listen.
together and like and they come ready to go. And here's the thing is you can't get every single song on Spotify. Now I'm not saying you can on Apple Music, but you get more music on Apple Music than you do on Spotify.
Do you actually?
Yeah, because here's the thing is. Okay, we will. I know. But yeah, so whenever it comes to Apple Music, also I like the recap that comes on for Apple Music way
You
better. 'cause
get a
it's-
recap
here's
for
the thing is-
Spotify, though.
Here's the thing is you do, but you with Apple Music, naturally when you say play this song on if you have an iPhone, it naturally goes that. It doesn't go straight to Spotify. So realistically, like whenever I'm listening to things on the go, I get a realistic sense whenever I get my recap because like whether I'm on a run, which has never happened ever in my life, I don't know why I use that as my first example, but like if I'm working or if I'm just, you know, writing music or something like that myself, no matter what, every device I have on me automatically just clicks to that.
You'll
you have to go,
never-
you don't have to, you can't delete the Apple Music app on your phone. It's always there.
Yeah, that's very true. But you'll never understand the lore behind the Spotify DJ. I've been obsessed with that. it recommends you new artists and songs. I've been finding a lot of new music through that.
See, here's the thing, though. Okay, before you guys had that, Apple's had that for like 6 years. And with Apple Music also, it's just, it's more, okay, you have to organize everything yourself on Spotify. On Apple Music, it naturally organizes
I
everything
don't like
for
it. I just really don't like it.
you. See? Well, so we'll go
Like-
around and ask some people out in the crowd what they think about it. So Max is going to
Yeah,
go
I
back
want
out
to hear
there.
other people's opinions.
Hello,
Go ask
everybody.
Shay.
I'm going to do another group participation thing here.
Oh, my
This
friend
one's a little
DJ's
more hot
about to
of a
walk in.
topic, I think, in my opinion.
We love
at least.
DJ.
Yeah.
I think DJ will have a
Do
good
you
opinion on this.
prefer Apple Music or Spotify, and why? If you could raise your hand if you want to give your opinion on that, I'd appreciate it.
DJ, you want to give us your input?
Yeah, DJ, give us your
My
opinion.
personal input, I prefer Spotify.
Max
but I
just
use
walks
Apple
away.
Music. It's all I can afford.
DJ's chasing him down. Give it to one of them or DJ.
Okay, we got a participant right here.
Okay. I believe he's going to give it to Nyla.
My name's Nyla. No, it's fine. Okay. My name's Nyla. And I guess I'd say Spotify just because I don't really have
Oh,
Apple
no.
Music on my phone. And yeah, Spotify. Spotify for the win.
All right, fair enough. Lauren's got one. I
Yeah,
have zero.
give it to DJ next.
Where's DJ? Oh no, if you give it to DJ, DJ's
wanna
gonna
give
side
your
with you.
Everybody's going to side with me, Mikey. We're not
What do you
psychopaths
prefer,
here at
Apple
Nocturne.
Music or Spotify?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm pretty butthurt about that. Nobody here uses Apple Music. Now I feel like the odd man out. Well, at least one person on our team likes Apple Music. Thank you. That's Max.
Boo, get
that's
off
our-
stage. Get
Max
off
is
stage.
Max does all our production. So, see, hey, listen, he's the sound guy, so it's perfect for him that a guy who's perfect with sound. I prefer title. Okay, well, his opinion no longer matters. Yeah, we're gonna switch on to the next one. So, the next one we got. This one is I feel like this one is right now the battle of the bars with who's carrying what.
It really is.
So, like I said earlier, I prefer Mitra's as like my go-to canned Kratom drink. Which do you prefer, Kratom or White Rabbits? And I guess really why? Because there are some similarities.
So it's kind of a catch-22 because the White Rabbits, I personally think they taste better. I have like a sweet tooth, so I love things that are a lot sweeter. However, if you're looking for something strong, Mitra 100% to me personally is stronger than White Rabbits. Like you have to drink 2 White Rabbits to feel what Mitra gives me.
See, now whenever it comes to Mitra's or whatnot, that was my introduction to Kratom in general. I
Yeah.
didn't drink Kratom tea or nitros or anything like that.
Really?
Because I had drank Kava from like 2018 to about 2022, and I hadn't had
So-
any Kratom between then. So the first thing I had was, which I do not recommend. The first time I ever had Kratom and Mitra, it was the same experience, and I
Yeah,
had.
Mitras are pretty strong.
I
I waited.
drank 8. My first time 8 in about an
Don't
hour and a
do
half.
that. Don't
I do
ever
not
do that.
recommend that because
One
I-
a day. One a
yeah.
day is what it recommends.
It's what they
on the
recommend.
bottle. Don't be psycho
Yeah.
like Apple
Dude, no-
Music
no, yeah.
and drinking 8 Mitras a
I'm
day
really not
over
building
here.
my case up. No.
But no, I started out with nitros because there's nitrogen infused into the actual drink, so it will help you feel it faster and help your body absorb it faster. So that's what I started out with, and then I just went to like a regular tea. I kept it simple. To me, Mitras were always like very strong, and I probably waited a year before I had one. And I only drink about this much, and that's all I need personally. They're really strong.
And although, like I do say, I do prefer Kratom over Kava, I really don't drink much Kratom tea throughout the week. Like all things, I think moderation is very important when
Yeah,
drinking certain
100%.
things.
Anything. Moderation is key.
Whenever it comes to what I drink, probably weekly, I'll maybe have 2 or 3 Mitras, and that's
a week or a day?
a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, like like realistically in a week I might, and that's rare. Like I mean, I just started drinking mitras again.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. They're all yours. No, I mean those are honestly that's a good spot. Okay, cool. We'll have them up there for the rest of the stream. Honestly, I love their logo. Their logo is just it really.
Yeah,
screams
he makes the logos
traditional.
himself.
Like it really screams traditional. Like when
Yeah.
you think of a lot of like traditional Hawaiian art, I mean that's.
Yeah.
Tiave is a Hawaiian word. What does it mean? From the gods. That's
Oh,
awesome.
wow, that's great.
Dude,
That's
see,
really
I love
amazing.
a good story. See, okay, now honestly, like my personal opinion, I know this isn't a carbonated like canned beverage,
But I kind of like that option for people.
No, I do as well, and I think that really will locally at least until we get it out there. This is going to give a lot of bars a run for their money.
I agree. I really do. Because the seltzers are good, but it's just good to change it up, you know.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not always going to want something carbonated, and I know a lot of people are switching to no carbonation in their diets.
Yeah. I mean, I don't drink soda, so like having something like this, I think it was a little weird for me at first. So it really having something that I can drink more like a iced tea or like
Yeah,
a
a lemonade.
iced tea, you know, or the what's the brand that's like the has the leaves on it? Is this called like tea leaf or something? It's the one that has like the red, green, and blue leaves on it or something like that. But it's
I don't think I've ever tried that one.
I think it's called Tea Life or something or Tea Leaf.
Interesting.
But no, you can get them at any gas station. But yeah, so I feel like that was a good this or that segment. I feel like that filled what I
that
wanted
was
to.
great.
A lot of crowd interaction, a lot of special guests coming up on here.
Yeah, it's always great to hear from people.
All right. Well, maybe if Thomas is willing to come up here for just a minute or two. Yeah? Because Thomas, we weren't expecting him to be here. So the next topic is the hot topic of the week. One thing I've noticed personally popping up in the Kava Kratom community is Magic the Gathering, the card game. And one of the owners here of Nocturne Teas, his name is Thomas. He's going to come up here and he's going to kind of explain a few things and a few questions that I've been asking him.
I'm super curious myself because I always see everybody playing it. And a couple people have told me the gist of the game, but I'd love to know more about it.
Yeah, so So Thomas, go ahead and explain what is Magic the Gathering for those of the people who don't know what that is.
All right. So Magic the Gathering is a nerdy card game. I say that as a self-diagnosed nerd. And the way that I like to describe it is it's like a mixture of chess and poker. So you have the strategic elements of chess where there are your fundamentals that you should have an understanding of, and you have the variance that's incorporated into a game like poker. So your fundamentals are very important, and they're going to stick with you in every game that you play, but there's also that element of randomness which keeps people coming back to it. It's very interesting because every time you shuffle the cards, you're going to be drawing new ones in a new combination every time, which keeps the game interesting. You can play the same decks against each other over and over again, and very rarely will you be met with the same circumstances, which is why people like it so much.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a great explanation.
Thank
you. That was well said.
Thank you.
How do you rate the cards?
So how I rate the cards, how I figure out like which cards are strong, which cards are weak. There are a few determining factors. When we're talking about rating cards, you can talk about a few different things. So you can talk about power level, you can talk about price. Typically those things are tied together, but it's not necessarily like a causal relationship, like because something is expensive, it's powerful, and vice versa. Because something's powerful, it's expensive. You can get some really powerful cards for really cheap, and you can also get some really cheap cards that are super powerful, or rather you can get some really bad cards that are super expensive. So rating cards, it really depends how we're rating it, whether it's format to format or just looking at a card and seeing if it's powerful or not. Modern day Magic is a little different than it was 20 years ago. The game started about 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know when it originally started? What year
I think it
what
was,
decade?
What was it? 93? Yeah, it
Wow.
was 93.
Okay, so it's been around for quite a while.
Yeah, I've been around. I've only been playing for the last 10 years, which.
Do you know what made
most
it take
games-
off recently, or within the past year or two?
There have been a lot of factors. I know there have been a lot of very popular streamers and personalities that have chosen to start
Okay.
playing it and publicly talk about playing it, or just record it and play their stuff. I know that Moist Critical is a big one. Within the last half year or so, he started recording and playing a lot of games. It's been his addiction, and he has a huge following online. So
I just
yeah.
seen a live stream about that.
Mhm.
So.
And then I have a personal question. So when somebody was explaining it to me, you can have like personalized set of cards.
Mhm.
And I even heard people say it could be like TV shows or something like that. Are you able to explain to me like the
Yeah.
whole gist of the personalized cards?
Yeah, so Magic is one of the big reasons why people enjoy Magic so much. Like, if you were to sit down and play a game of chess, your front line's always going to be pawns, your back line's always going to have a rook on each side. But with Magic, something that's very interesting about it is you get to choose the game pieces that go into your deck. So if you really like certain properties, certain IPs, whether it be Street Fighter, you can literally play a Street Fighter deck.
That's so cool.
Yeah, or Doctor Who.
D&D, do they have something similar?
I don't think we quite have Rick and Morty yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Because
I'll
I asked
give
them,
it
like,
5
could I
years.
make a whole entire deck of Lilith's Pet Shops?
Yeah.
they're like, well, people have done
Twinkle
My
stars
Little
that
Pony
keep up.
before.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, no,
Yeah, that's awesome.
I completely, I believe that they probably will be doing like a My Little Pony thing within the next 5 years. It would surprise me if they weren't, without
Yeah,
a doubt.
that's really great.
But yeah,
Okay.
Oh, Shay's tripping over wires over here.
we are live. Yeah, but yeah, it's the interesting thing is you get to basically not only choose like what kind of creatures you want to play, but you also get to choose how you want to play the game. You can play like
Okay,
super
this is actually
slowly,
sucking me
methodically.
in now that
Yeah.
I
You're
know.
You're really good at explaining it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, super slowly, methodically. You can play, super aggressively. Try to get your opponent before they get a chance to get you. It really depends what you want to
Wow.
do.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course,
Yeah, I
you're very
mean,
welcome.
Yeah, give it up for Thomas, guys. That was awesome, dude. Thomas really.
People can't really hear out in the
Yeah, no,
audience
Thomas-
because the mics are very quiet, but you
Yeah,
did
take
an
a drink.
amazing job explaining. Thank you.
Dude, I don't think we could have had a better explanation
I
for
know.
it. That was crazy.
That's the best one I've ever
I don't think
gotten.
even Max could have done something that well. Well, yeah, so that was Thomas. Thomas is one of the 3 owners here at our lovely studio in Kava Bar, Nocturne Teas. So he did a pretty good job of explaining it. Dang, he kind of answered all 3 questions pretty quickly.
Yeah, he even answered some that I had personally.
Dude, here's the thing is I've never been really intrigued by it, but just having him explain that was
Yeah,
Like,
it intrigued
I-
me even more.
I love watching stuff like that. Like even on YouTube, like I love watching videos that was just like I remember one time I got on a rant, like a YouTube rabbit hole because I was curious how they build bridges. Like that was a
Really.
I don't know why I was like cuz I always thought like speak more into your mic. Oh, me? Oh, okay. One thing about like I was curious is like how do they some bridges that are just like like they got some of those pylons in the ground deep. I was just wondering like how do they that's such large quantities of cement, like do they have a cement that can dry while it's wet or whatever? I guess
Yeah.
so I was curious.
Do they
and-
dig a giant hole and then put it
yeah,
in? Yeah,
like
there's
they
just
have
so many
machines,
questions.
they have underwater drills and then they pipe it in there. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I couldn't
I've
believe
always
it.
wondered too, like how do they get that giant thing out in the middle of the water?
Exactly.
But I think they
And
use
it's much
barges.
easier with bridges like the Brooklyn Bridge or the San Francisco Bridge where they have like the strings. We cannot do that. Yeah. Yeah, here's the thing is I would totally do a comment right now if it wouldn't mess my voice up. But cuz we still got a whole other round to do here on
Yeah,
the
I'm
podcast.
excited. Let's get into it.
So, this next section is called
Oh,
a
yeah.
comet.
A
So
comet, yeah.
is a kava extract shot. It's Thomas, what would you say that the equivalent of a comet is to shells? About 2 or 3, Thomas says. Oh, excuse me. So I think they're pretty strong. I mean, I also don't take them quite frequently because my kava tolerance is not as great as my kratom tolerance anymore. It'll make me throw up. If I have like 2 or 3 of them, like in a good amount of time, I will be sick for days, and it's just because I haven't drank kava as much.
If you have a high tolerance, definitely the comments or like these little extract shots are the best way to go. The best bang for your buck for sure.
Hey guys, let me know when we do the bula, and I'll get us on here doing it with you. And you don't have to do a bula with just kava. You can do it with kratom as well, as long as you're old enough. What? We're ready? No.
And to explain what a comment really is to people out there who have never even come to a kava bar, it's kind of like doing a regular shot at a bar.
Yeah.
It's just a higher percentage and just a smaller amount.
One thing I would say, prefer like the way that I see it or whatnot. I don't drink, I don't smoke. Like I'll drink socially every now and then. Like if I'm with my family and we go out to dinner and they're like, "Oh, would you like something?" and they offer me a drink, I'll have it.
Yeah.
But I feel like with Kratom, like if you are having straight Kratom tea, it's a much healthier. Like there's, depending on how you brew it, you can brew without zero sugar.
Yeah, low calorie.
It's very low calorie. Especially with the red Kratom tea, it's very good for pain relief. I drink a lot of. That's mostly what I drink is red tea. The white's very great for like energy boosting. People that want to use it for like pre-workout as a substitute.
I even know people. I know we had spoken about this when we tried shooting the podcast originally. I have a friend who has diabetes, and before he eats, he drinks a Kratom tea, and it helps regulate his blood sugar. And he's doing a study on that right now.
That's
so
right.
there's many benefits to this.
So in this next round, we're going to be talking about just kind of catching up with the host, kind of get to know us a little better, see what we're doing on our daily lives, so it kind of feels like we're welcoming you into our homes. So one thing that I feel I've been doing a lot lately is watching, not TV, but like some streaming stuff, especially YouTube, and I just got the brand new Hulu, HBO, Disney Plus bundle. And it's like $16.99 a month.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, I mean, hey, because, I mean, for Netflix, I was paying,
Isn't it like $20
$23,
to have like maybe
$24.
one or two other people in
that's
your family
crazy.
be able to log in?
That was wild. And I was like, I don't watch much on Netflix. There's a few shows I watch on Netflix, but I got rid of Netflix so I could afford to have that, and I still save money.
Yeah. Is it just me, or does it seem like people are stepping away from like having cable boxes in their home and they'd rather watch YouTube and Netflix and like streaming services? Because my family got rid of our cable box probably 5 or 6 years ago because we just weren't watching TV.
All right, guys, we're gonna interrupt this real quick. Everybody's got a comment or a shell. Put it up. Hey, bro, we've been calling it for the last 15 minutes. Bula. So when we say bula, it's just kind of to health and good.
Yeah, it's almost like
to
cheers.
Peace and good health. It's a way that, it's almost like a cheers to everyone here.
Yeah.
And it makes it more personal, But like you were saying, with cable boxes, I don't remember really the last time I had a cable. I had one just because it came with my Spectrum, and they were really trying to push people to have cable. They were like, if you get our Wi-Fi, you get cable free.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because even now, phone service businesses like Verizon, they have a thing where you go in and you can choose whatever streaming services you want to add on to your monthly bill.
Wow, that's really
and it's slightly
nice.
cheaper. So what is it? So if you have a Verizon plan, I just got an email. I use T-Mobile.
I actually have a Verizon, or like a form of it.
If you want Verizon, or if you want streaming, you can do HBO Max and Netflix for $10. And then you can do ESPN Plus.
Yeah. It's just so much
Discovery
more
and,
affordable.
Yeah, and that's like I think $15. So
like
for that price, for $25, if you were to get both of those, it'd be $25 give or take with tax. You could have all of the main streaming services for the same price you'd pay for Netflix by itself.
Interesting. No, when I was younger, I watched a lot of TV, a lot of Animal Planet, a lot of TLC. They had great TV shows back then. But as I just aged, I had like less time to watch TV. We just ended up not really watching it. Like I'll watch YouTube at night, maybe watch like a video or two, and
That's another thing.
That's about it. But
pretty much anything I want to watch on TV, I can watch on YouTube for free for the most part. I will say the only streaming service I will never get rid of, if I have to keep one streaming service, would be my YouTube Premium. I will never get rid of it. Now, it is YouTube, a little pricier.
Are you talking about YouTube TV or YouTube?
No, Premium,
what,
not TV.
What is YouTube Premium?
So YouTube Premium specifically, you get unlimited downloadable videos offline. You get pretty much an Apple Music subscription, but Now, although I was saying that I like Apple Music better, with YouTube Music, you get everything. You get every podcast, every single song. Even if there's YouTubers that have songs like that are posted up on YouTube that they don't have on any other streaming service,
save it.
you can watch it. It's on YouTube Music
Okay.
because they're all pretty much anything that's a song or labeled as a song through YouTube will show up in the YouTube Music. So on top of that, it's funny because I kind of tested it last year in September. I didn't continue my YouTube Premium. The most important thing to me is I don't have any ads. I will never go back to ad YouTube ever again.
I mean, I don't mind it. I think I'm
I
just
can't.
used to ads, and it's like a couple seconds
okay,
out of your
but
time.
not
it isn't,
YouTube
it isn't.
anymore.
Well, yeah, that is true
YouTube now,
because
they
it's
have
about
it's
a
like
minute
a minute
or.
and a half.
I remember there was this one ad that was 3 minutes, and it wanted me to sit through half of it.
Whoa, that's crazy.
But yeah.
Well, so no, that's really for the offline YouTube videos, because here's the thing is, especially if you're someone like me who I do travel a lot through plane, especially soon we'll be traveling even more now with the podcast to go to other Kava bars. On a plane, I'm not trying to spend $15 for Wi-Fi for a 2-hour flight.
Yeah,
What I'll
I
do
powered
is-
through it. I had to actually just make that decision when I was flying to Chicago. I'm like, do I want to spend $16 on Wi-Fi, or am I just? I actually download my YouTube videos, so that's a great feature to have with YouTube TV or YouTube Premium. I'm sorry.
One thing I noticed with that is I don't remember what I was gonna say. LOL.
No, it's just a great feature to have. So that way, yeah, you can download the
Oh,
YouTube videos
yeah.
you want easier. So because I go on like these sketchy websites, I paste the URL, and then I like download the MP4 file.
Well,
And
don't claim that. That's illegal.
I
That's
don't
pirating.
download the
I
MP4
don't do that.
file.
I don't download those. No, but so with the YouTube Premium, the reason I don't pay for in-flight Wi-Fi anymore is because
Wait, what? You don't pay for Wi-Fi?
on a plane because
Oh, okay.
on a plane because for the first 15 minutes you go up, you don't have access to
Yep.
it, and for the last 15 minutes you don't have access to it. So that's a half
I
an
mean-
hour. If you're going on a 2-hour flight to like it's
Power
a
through
2-hour
it.
flight
Just power
to
through it and download your videos.
like when I go to New York, or not New York, but whenever I go to Pennsylvania, which is probably the same distance, if I fly there, it's a 2-hour flight. For 30
Legally
minutes,
download your
I'm not
videos.
gonna have it. So if I wanted to, I can download all the videos I really want to watch because I tend to watch long
Yeah,
videos
no, like an
on YouTube.
hour-long video.
So if I download those or whatever, it'll take me, as long as I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi in the beginning when I'm downloading it, take 10 minutes to download.
Yeah, you're set.
And then when I'm on the plane, I don't have to pay for Wi-Fi, and so what are we listening to right now?
I have been listening to this band called Until I Wake. They're in the post-hardcore metalcore scene. They're amazing people, and they actually just came out with a new song called The Reverence. Super hard. It's one of their hardest songs they've ever come out with before. But my favorite songs from them would have to be, I'm trying to remember the Octane, and I think it's Until I Wake.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Until I Wake is the name of the band.
Yeah.
But it's Self-Medicated and Octane.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely check them out.
Alrighty. Let me see. I'll look at what the most recent things I've downloaded are.
Let me just fact check myself real quick so I don't sound like an idiot.
So this song, it's kind of funny. I didn't know Juicy J was kind of. I didn't also realize. I just looked at the date for this song. The song "I Don't Mind" by Usher, featuring Juicy J. I've been listening to that a lot.
Is that newer or is
Well,
that like
it's
a
2014.
throwback?
I thought that was older. Another
This
song,
man earlier didn't know a Nickelback song that was
Listen,
playing.
it sounded like Shine Down. That's not my fault.
No, he's crazy. Okay, yeah, so my favorite song is Self-Medicated, and my other favorite is Octane, and their new release is The Reverence.
And
they're actually coming to Orlando, Florida in October. So if you guys are interested, definitely go check them out. They're going to be performing with Rain City Drive. It's definitely going
Rain
to be
City
a night.
Drive is one of my favorite Florida bands out
Yeah.
of Daytona. Another song is Fallen by Alicia Keys. That song's from 2001. But I'm going to say right now, the person I listen to when I play pool, it's these two people. I think it's Piri and Tommy. Piri and Tommy. I've never heard something more like it's very good background music, but it's one of those
So,
songs that makes you kind of go like this.
Do you know what genre it is?
It is called it's called I think it goes sometimes by dance, like pop and dance, but it's like something like you would listen to I don't even know. It's something like it'd be kind of like background music for like a Instagram
It's like
reel or something.
upbeat,
Yeah.
lively music for the background.
Well,
Would you say it's good study music or like a
yes, yes,
Okay.
it's very good. I would listen to it that or playing pool. But yeah,
I've never heard of anybody like listen to, like, do you have earbuds in when you're playing pool
Yeah,
or?
yeah,
Oh, okay. I've never heard of anybody like having earbuds in or.
I
AirPods in.
have my one AirPod in so I can hear everybody.
Yeah. I guess
So-
that's just a pro thing, maybe.
In our last minute here, I'm just going to kind of give you guys a little heads up for what we can be looking forward to next week on the podcast. We're going to be talking about we have an interview with Josh Dalton, a local musician, with the band
super
name
great guy.
Anomalistic Horizons, and Lauren is going to be talking about.
Conspiracy theories. So I have a really great conspiracy theory about how McDonald's has tapped into the healthy foods industry. So
All right, and then my special topic is going to be about how I've noticed Kava and Kratom impacting our local community. So yeah, that's all our time for today.
yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
I'm your host, Meet You Too. This
And
is
I'm your
Lauren.
co-host, Lauren Olivia.
And this is Breaking Brews, episode 1. Thanks for watching,
Yeah,
guys.
signing out.